We won't spend much time on it, but I know that in your background, you said that you survived a terror attack, which was 9/11. Can you talk about what happened there?
So I'll kind of go backwards a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm the daughter of a cop, and I'm a daughter of, my dad was he was a corpsman in Vietnam. And so he was constantly being exposed to, pretty awful things. And so he's the kind of guy, he's the kind of cop that even when he's not on duty, if he sees something or somebody needs help, he would be the first person to jump in. So if there was a car accident and the police hadn't gotten there yet, my dad would be the first one to pull over, car flipped over, trying to get people out, trying to provide CPR. He once was working a pay job at a retail store. Store got robbed. The owner of that store got shot. He was the first one there and dealing with the scene. When I was like 8 years old, we were at a festival and an older gentleman who was like dancing or something in front of me. He was probably in his 60s, had a heart attack. And my dad was the first person to provide CPR. And unfortunately, the gentleman died, but he died like in front of me when I was 7. So I've seen a lot of bad things, even before 9/11. And then obviously I was in Tower 2 on 9/11. I was working for Morgan Stanley. We were doing some training, and we were on the 65th floor, Tower 2. I didn't have a great grasp of what was happening until kind of afterwards. That's a lot to kind of deal with. And then also I was 2 blocks from the Boston Marathon bombing and was living in the city at that time, dealing with like the lockdowns. My sister's a 911 dispatcher. Her husband is the head of SWAT, and my cousin Michael runs SWAT for the city of Hartford. So they were all at Watertown. And so I've been exposed to a lot of that kind of stuff over my life, which I think has helped me just be able to be resilient in anything I face. I mean, my brother had issues growing up that I won't get into for his own privacy, but he had issues growing up, and we had to deal with a lot of the stuff that he was doing, and not sure if he would make it to his 30th birthday. I know he turned 40 2 years ago, and he was like, "Can't believe I made it to 40. I really didn't think I'd make it to 30." And so there was constantly adversity from that standpoint, family members with mental health issues, drug issues. So seeing that so much growing up, and then dealing with 2 terrorist attacks, I just think that it gives you like a sense of, if you can overcome those things, you can overcome anything, even in those darkest moments.